This call is being recorded.
We're going live. This is what I tell them as I make my introduction on the speaker station. I want y'all to bear with me. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Brother Hot Tillman's in the house. This is Ancestor Flow by Mr. Deity. Hopefully y'all can hear it clear. I'm experimenting. This is Brother Hot Tim, and you are now on Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Now, here we go. Now, I don't know if those people on the speaker station can hear me, but we are kicking it live. So let's do a little experiment. I'm gonna do a little experiment, a little feedback experiment as I go to gyenyame.com. Because I got on the speaker over here and I wanted to make sure that y'all are able to hear me. So we got to go on and test and see what's going on because there's always a couple of seconds behind before we jump into the show, right? So let's see what goes on the radio show. So we up. Dang, I got 153 likes on Google+. I'm impressed. Now, y'all like me just a little bit more. Help me grow. Help me grow and spread the word. You know, because Gye-Nyame Journey is live and coming direct. It's on. Oh, my fault. I got my headphones on. All right, cool. They can hear me. Yeah, so they can hear me nice and clear. But so let's move on. So I can take it off because I'm trying to listen to myself. I like my own voice. I know that's kind of conceited, but hey, conceit can be good sometimes. All right. This is Brother Hot Tim coming at you live with folk for grown folks. And man, oh man, has it been a marvelous and a challenging last couple of weeks for me. Y'all know that I did a show recently, banging for my brother PJ, and I think his birthday was yesterday. Or maybe it's today. What's the day? Monday or Tuesday? I don't know. No, today Tuesday. So I think his birthday was Monday. So I'm sending out a birthday shot to my brother PJ. Understand, bro? You haven't been forgotten. I'm gonna send something up to you. Those people that's listening know PJ and you in touch. I don't know if I'm gonna be sending them something. I'm suffering right now because that 3-day suspension caught up with me. But sometimes heads got the roll, and sometimes it's your head that got the roll. But yo, let's catch up. So now, in the last week, those of you know, for the last few months, I've been talking about the Gye-Nyame camping trip, and guess what? Yes, indeed. It went on. Hey, I'm drinking me some chaga tea, and I got a big old Gye-Nyame teacup, man. Hey, I'm gonna be pushing those too. Got my coffee cup, got my teacups. Hey, we getting it out because look, we don't believe in the donation thing. We believe in exchanging. So let me give you something, and you give us something. We exchanging, right? So now, listen up. So we go out to the woods, and all day Friday it was raining. And according to the almanac, it was going to rain all weekend. And people was calling and talking about how it was going to be freezing cold. And people were, my wife was like, why y'all going out in the rain? And my kids was ready, and I was ready. And we went out, and we go out, and the tents that were put up was soaking wet. It was almost like it was like the tents had swimming pools. So I got up in there and I arranged it and I fixed what I could. And the brothers, me and the brothers, we got busy, while the sisters got busy, and we got the food prepared. We got some tents ready, and we squeezed everybody in. And Friday night was over because I was late. And then eventually we got to the camp. Eventually Saturday morning came because I stayed up late Friday night, running around in the rain. I finally changed my clothes, went and laid down, woke up to a nice, cool morning. Nice, cool morning. And the rest of the camp, the sun was drying things up. It was beautiful. Let me say that again to you. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience, and I wish you was there. I wish you was there. I wish you could experience. As a matter of fact, we are arranging it so that you may be able to get to experience it late spring, early summer coming up this year. We're putting something together, man. Y'all need to get ready for young people as well as some of you older folks. We're putting together something, man, that's going to be revolutionary. It's going to change the world and how we are about to do the next step of the journey. Y'all will not believe it. Y'all will be like, I should have thought of it myself. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be marvelous. It's going to be outrageous. It's going to be life-changing for those people who are able to dedicate the time. You know what I'm saying? For those people who are able to save up the dough. It is going to be a life-changing event. Like this camping trip that we just had changed a few lives. You know what I'm saying? So now I can only imagine what happens when we go into extension mode. That's right. We break out the Gye-Nyame books and we start applying the full curriculum, and we start applying the martial arts and the yoga and the running and the survival skills and the spirituality and the mental exercises. Man, look, speaking of mental exercises, I want to send shouts out to Brother Daoud, who came all the way from Dayton and dropped on us a workshop on photographic memory. It was marvelous. Hopefully some of the young people listen. But I listened. But the key piece that I want all of y'all to understand about the workshop that the brother did was he dropped the photographic memory course, right? He dropped the course. And basically, what he taught the kids was how to formulate, y'all ready for this? Folktales, stories, legends, and use them as mnemonic devices in order to help them perfect their memories. Did y'all hear what I just said? This brother pulled an ancient art. You know, I got a book called The Lost Art of Storytelling. He grabbed the ancient art of storytelling, right? And he sat up there and he constructed a workshop to teach people about memorization. about developing a photographic memory. If you missed that workshop, you might be able to catch it earlier this summer. I don't even have to look at my monitor to know that this is Miss Dark and oh so lovely because of her crackling phone. How are you doing, sis?
I'm not good.
What's up? Talk to us.
Oh, one second.
We ain't even getting the story. Go ahead. Hello? She says she's not good. She's not good. And then she just hung up on her brother, right? What is that? What is that about? You know? But hey, it is what it is. When she come back on, she come back on. I'd like to thank her for joining because she's one of the faithful listeners out there. And I'd like to thank all those people out there that take the time to listen to Gye-Nyame Journey. For those of you that want to join the conversation, feel free to call in at 614-556-4535. Once again, that is 614-556-4535. Yo, this is Gye-Nyame Journey. We are on Folk Tales for Grown Folks, but I was sitting up here telling y'all, I was sitting up here explaining to y'all some of the workshops that we had out in the woods. Now, another thing that we did was we had 2 knife throwing classes. You're like, Brother Hatim, why y'all throwing knives? Well, why not? You know what I'm saying? That's the only response I got. Why not? You know, everybody use knives. Got knives in the kitchen. You got fools running around here trying to hurt people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got some good kids. I'm trying to teach these kids how to protect themselves. If some crazy shit some crazy stuff happen in the world, and they got something in their hand, they gonna know how to do it. So we did 2 different methods of throwing. Brother Taú came out and he taught them the rolling throw. Is where you throw the blade and the blade spins in the air, hit the target. And the method that I'm working on, that I share because I really can't teach it because I'm still working on it myself, but I showed them the method that I picked up is the no roll, the straight throw where the blade is constantly going forward. You know what I'm saying? The no spin. He taught spin. I taught the no spin method. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, it's a science to everything when you really start studying, and it gives you the ability to explain different things. So now, this summer, some of the things that we're looking at and adding into our camps coming up is rock climbing, horse riding. Of course, I'm gonna get with Unidodge and get somebody up to do some capoeira. So there's a few other things I gotta look them up, but of course swimming, some boating, and I think that's just a few of the things right there. We're gonna do some type of woodwork, and of course some survival courses. So I'm gonna be reaching out to some of my survivalist friends that know how to start fires without matches and stuff like that. You know, we're gonna really have a whole section on survival, possibly finding certain type of plants, starting fires, building shelters, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But we want the young people, as well as some of the older people that's going to be involved. We want you to be able to have fun. So we're going to have focus sessions. We're going to have very loose time where people can go and do different things. We're going to do a lot of hiking, of course, physical fitness, some yoga, and like so you listening to all this, you say you can't do all that over one weekend. Man, hey, we got some stuff brewing. So y'all need to start saving up your pennies. Start saving up your pennies. I'm saying it's going to be worth it. Start saving up those pennies right now, because I'm going to be making a major announcement over this show, and I hope that you are ready. You know what I'm saying? Because coming June, July, maybe even August, we going down here. All right. Now I am hyped. Look, I feel so good. Look. Now also, I made a decision. I want y'all listeners. But I Tim put the cigarettes down. I had to sacrifice. But I Tim cut his hair. I had to sacrifice. But I Tim has got back into his running. And as I was taking the young people through the woods over this weekend, I ran into a flyer. I Googled the name of the group on the flyer, and lo and behold, these folks got a race coming up in January and February, a 50-kilometer race. And actually, they got a 5 kilometer, a 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer, 30 kilometer, a 40 kilometer, and a big 50 kilometers. For those that don't know what a kilometer is or whatever, 50 kilometers is equivalent to about 32 miles. And Brother Hatim is honestly thinking for shooting for the 50-kilometer run. Now, this is the issue, though. I'm going to need my friends and family to help me out with this because, you know, if I'm going to go on a run because it's two of them, right? I can sign up for one, but I'm going to sign up for both races. I could run one, I think is January 10th, and the next one is February 7th, almost 30 days later. I'm thinking about running both. But this is what I need from the family, because I don't know if I'm going to make it. So what I need is, I'm going to need people to pledge. I'm going to need people to pledge a certain amount for each mile that I run. So I'm going to use this as a fundraiser so I can go and get this camp popping up. You know what I'm saying? So people don't have to pay as much. So I'm going to, in a matter of 30 days, I'm going to run 64 kilometers, right? In competition, and up to 64, let's say like that, 64 miles or 100 kilometers. And what I'm asking people to do is I'm going to have some sheets. I'm going to have people pledge a certain amount per every kilometer I run. You can do kilometers, you can do miles, I don't care. But the point is, I need to raise funds for what some of the stuff we're going to be doing in Gye-Nyame, because like Simba happens once a year and we got the retreat, not the retreat, the reunion covered, right? So my thing is now, what are we going to do for the young people that we work with here now? And what are we going to do with some of those young people that can't necessarily afford to go to Simba? You know what I'm saying? What are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? We could do some stuff here. We're going to start doing more stuff here. You know what I'm saying? So that we could build what we have here in Columbus up, as well as build up the culture within the school. So I'm a big picture thinker. So I'm seeing the school that I'm at. I'm seeing what we're doing as far as Simba. I'm seeing what we're doing as far as the Gye-Nyame tribe. I'm seeing all this stuff.
Let's talk about this.
Level. You say what?
Let's talk about this.
Well, don't talk.
Okay, so I missed the fable.
I ain't do the fable yet. I ain't even getting the fable yet.
Okay, so we're talking about our youth at our schools, right? This is what you just mentioned. Yeah, I just encountered the worst information that could just devastate my whole everything. About
what I was saying before you broke off last time, I said, what's up? You said you had a problem, so I ain't going to the folk bill yet, but go ahead, let's talk.
I don't even know if I should say it on air, but the children conspired to take something from a teacher at the school. Are you aware?
No, I'm not aware of that.
Yes, they did. They conspired. They had a plan and everything. What is the typical amount of days that you will be out if you are involved in such a scenario?
I'm not talking about that right now. I deal with that. If it has to be in my school, I will handle that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But conspiracy is pretty serious. That means that you was planning. It wasn't a thing of passion. You was planning. So the consequences are going to be a little bit more severe. Maybe not even. You might need to go find someplace else to go. How about that?
Ooh.
So if I get into my office tomorrow and I hear something like that, you know what I'm saying? Some people might be going to a new school, but you know that's neither here nor there. Like you said, don't talk about it on the air.
It is here or there for me. That's deep.
You said what's deep?
Yeah, if you understand what I'm telling you, it is like I'm very annoyed, like, and you just broke my whole spirit. You see what I'm saying? Thinking about, you know, food.
Well, like I said, that's something we can deal with on another time. You know what I'm saying? I haven't gotten to the proverb yet, but sometimes we do our children a disservice by not allowing them to face the consequences of their actions. So, foolishness, and I try not to curse on this show. There's a lot of foolishness that some people just have to pay for. As a matter of fact, this fable that we're going to break down today may help you find some clarity with the story that you're telling me. So, or at least the partial story that you're telling me. So, all right. So let's get into it. You ready?
Yes.
All right. The name of the story today is called The Doe and the Lion. The Doe and the Lion. All right. Man. So let me say this before we go on. All right. We are on page 159. 159 minus 17 is 132, I think. We have done 132 of these. All right. This is my 132nd show on Aesop Fable. So here we go. The Doe and the Lion. A doe, hard pressed by hunters, sought refuge in a cave belonging to a lion. The lion concealed himself on seeing her approach, but when she was safe within the cave, sprang upon her and tore her to pieces. Woe is to me, exclaimed the doe, who have escaped from man only to throw myself into the mouth of a wild beast. And here's the moral of the story. In avoiding one evil, care must be taken not to fall into another. Man. I read that. I usually don't like to read the stories beforehand, but now, because I'm doing a little bit more writing for the show, it kind of ruins the show. So I have to read a little bit. But that is a dope story. Because it for me, it describes how a lot of people live. A lot of us have been programmed to live in fear. And because we operate from a fearful place, the decisions we make are haphazard and rushed. And because they're haphazard and rushed, we often work ourselves into worse or just as bad situations by jumping from one to another, whether we're talking about as individuals or we're talking about as a group, as far as African Americans. Man, I'm telling you, Aesop and these stories, man, are just like, that's why I call it crystallized wisdom, man. It's just like these things are said here. You know, I'm kind of dealing with this issue here because, you know, sometimes we just need to learn to stay still and be patient, even when it feels like death is upon us. Sometimes, I had a brother tell me years ago, old Special Forces dude, he said, brother, I tell man, he said, sometimes, you know, when you're in battle, man, he said, you have to run towards death. Because when you run towards death, you find out that it's really cowardly. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of us, we think that things are a lot worse than they really are. Because our heart is pumping, because our adrenaline is pumping, because things are going on around us, we think our perception is that it's a lot worse than it really is. So we jump for the first sign of relief, and often the first sign of relief that we jump for ends up worse than what we was in before. Like you look at a lot of people in their personal relationships. Like let's just go to love type relationships where you got these individuals who will break up with one person, and to keep from being lonely will jump right in the sack with somebody else and end up in a worse situation. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody who is pressed. You know what I'm saying? They hate their job. You know what I'm saying? And the first opportunity that they get to jump at another one, you know what I'm saying? They jump and find out that the job that they jump to is a lot worse than the job that they already had. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of us, I mean, we're jumping from one situation, bad situation to bad situation, not realizing that sometimes we need to build the thing that we're going to jump towards. You know what I'm saying? If we got to jump, why not start building our own life raft? Why not try to build our own business? Why not build our own schools? Why not build our own? Rather than jumping from one person's thing to another person's thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we've been doing throughout history. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go all off into that because I know you got some things on your mind, Miss Dark and So Lovely. So go on and share them with me, girl. I'm about to go on over here to, go ahead. I'm about to put your number in on Uber. Miss Dark and So Lovely, you there?
Yes.
Go ahead. You ain't got nothing to say on that?
I don't. I'm just a little numb, like I told you. I'm just a little numb. Just a little numb. Disappointed, wow. You know, I don't know.
You don't know what? What's that?
I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is. I really, I feel like what you do here with the folk tales, I really think that it's something that the kids should be exposed to on a regular thing. It seems like that's what they're missing. They're missing the morals. You know what I'm saying? They have a lack of morals. They don't understand what it means to be righteous. It seems like we're living it's just the way that they're socialized. You know what I'm saying? The music, everything that is around them, the culture. It is so, you know, it just takes away from that. Everything immoral. You know what I mean? It seems like that's what that is what is celebrated these days. So there is definitely I know you say folk tales, you know, are just not for children, they're for adults, but it seems like one thing that has to happen is that these are impressed upon our kids. You know what I'm saying? And they know these stories. And they get the lesson. You know what I mean? I thought about, like, I had a vision of, you know, bringing that to a part, you know, where I work at. You know, have the kids read them and discuss them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have the kids read them, discuss them, and own shit over them and talking about them.
I used to do a course from kindergarten. With kindergartners, I would actually act out the story, tell the story, and Actually, I built a book around the folk tales and structured them for the kids. I did some of the folk tales and some of the proverbs with the kids. That's where a lot of these concepts come from, not necessarily from millennials, because I was doing them beforehand, but I decided to try to incorporate them into my work. But for those that's listening on Spreaker, call in at 614-556-4535 so that you get into the conversation, because I'm going to play Black Woman for you, and then we are out for Spreaker. But if you want to continue the conversation, hit me up at 614-556-4535. This Black Woman by Mr. Shigezi.
I said this one for you. I said this one for you. I said this one for you. I said this one for you.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Let me start at the beginning, way before the ratchetness, before they raped our women. Way black in the time a woman can't come from a man since the first mankind. Through that holy yoni in between her legs divine. You can see it from this angle with the Eurocentric mind. You've been trained well, so your future is behind. Take a look around, girl, the truth ain't hard to find. See that white standard of beauty got you reaching your mind. For 400 years they said you was ugly, but you fine. Shit, more than fine. Got a beauty they can't match even. Reigns too strong and wise like Queen Sheba. Most can deal with your strength, that's why they still feature. So you got the Holy Trinity, but still need you. Back to black consciousness is where I'm trying to see you. I'm a star, you're a set, on the throne is where I keep you. Black woman.
Black power, black woman of black power, black woman of black power.
Most of us think your position is minuscule. Couldn't clean serve, all you was for here to do. Not realizing these qualities were put into you. Cause your leadership skills are natural. Don't believe me, Queen and King, let the war with some crackers fool. My people sleep, so I teach, that's what a master do. Grew up with visions to show the mystic theatricals. Now it's my mission to grab the culture and get back to you. So we can show the seeds what it is they have to do. Break the chains, run away slaves, they coming after you. Keep the men and women at odds and take the child too. Make sure she had more than one baby daddy, you gotta do. 400 years later, no savior, they really lynched you. So take a listen, black woman, let me heal you. Any man that breaks you down really fears you. My elders Shabbat say what the women do, the men do. So when you start the revolution, we right here with you.
Black woman of black power, black woman of black power, black woman of black power. One for you. I said this one for you. Ooh. I said this one for you. I said this one for you.
Some swear the black woman ain't shit. I say this queen is everything, even the ratchet. You just forgot who you are. I'm what you remember. You're the mother of civilization. From the light skinned youth to those darker than blue. Black woman, I never turn my back on you. You're beautiful without that perm. You're a queen without that weave. Love yourself, cause sister, I love you. Respect yourself, cause sister, I respect you. Apologies to those I disrespected before my mind was free. Let's to take it back, to go forward like Sankofa. Ride with me. She was here when we was kings, chilling on the throne. Proper placement, utmost respected. Her needs never neglected. Embracing her higher consciousness, the true essence, the procreator. From her I got my best blessing. My life she manifested. I'm forever indebted to her collection. Can't objectify her. She's more than breast and flesh skin. Say not, then you need correction of your perception. I'm talking about the first wonder of the world's possessions. Here for more than cooking and cleaning. Without a man wouldn't truly experience being. Don't doubt her goddess ability of holding fertility. Just love her and preserve her identity. The black woman, when I see her, something gets into me. Beautiful inspiration like a pyramid. Amazing, brings out the best of me on occasion. That made her forget who she was, that's why I made this. Next time you're riding with your daughter, brother, play this.
Black woman, the black power. Black woman, the black power. Black woman, the black power. Black woman, the black power.
That was hot. That was hot. That was hot. That was hot. Yes. Hopefully y'all can hear it over here on Uber.
Too late.
All right. Now, for those of you on Spreaker, class is dismissed. Those that want some extra stuff, come over to 614-556-4535. All right, this is Brother Tim, and you can catch the rest of the show and the rest of the conversations on Spreaker when I upload it. With that, I will say peace. Wow. Got 3 people listening. All right, now, so back to the Uber conference. Now, all right, Miss Dark and So Lovely, you still there? You still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Miss Dark and So. All right, cool. Could you hear the music?
Hold on.
Could you hear the music?
Yes.
All right. So, all right, what's going on? Cause you're kind of quiet, man. Other than that, the kids' coonery. Let's talk about something else. What do you think about the folk tale, man? Personally.
Say it again.
What you thought about the folk tale personally? You ain't got no lessons. I mean, the kids got your mind like that. I mean, I ain't never seen you speak, so this must be some serious stuff.
Yeah, when it's involving your child.
My child?
My child.
Oh. Okay. All right, let's not talk about this no more. All right. On to the folk tale. All right. So, now, well, I mean, I did the breakdown of it. So, obviously, you no longer want to talk about it. You want to talk about something else. So
no, I heard the breakdown. I think I was zoned out when you actually gave, read it, but I heard the breakdown. I just missed the people.
All right, let's read it again. It's the Doe and the Lion. So we know that these are animals that rely on each other for their survival. I know a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? Well, the grass needs fertilizer, and the lion provides that. You know what I'm saying? The lion also moves on the grass and causes, and through his blatant acts of violence, actually caused the grass to grow higher. So, and the doe eats the grass and the leaves and stuff. So they both contribute to this system. So there's a whole system here. Now, the one thing that really, I ain't gonna say don't necessarily fit But actually, they do fit perfectly because they're part of the system too. Even though, as human beings, we act like we're not part of the system. We act like we're above the system. The doe was actually hiding from men. You know what I'm saying? Because either way, this doe was going to end up on somebody's plate. So the doe decided to stop running and to hide in a cave, and didn't realize that the cave that she went into belonged to a lion. So let's read it. A doe, hard pressed by hunters, sought refuge in a cave belonging to a lion. The lion concealed himself on seeing her approach, but when she was safe within the cave, sprang upon her and tore her to pieces. Woe is me, exclaimed the doe, who has escaped from man, only to throw myself into the mouth of a wild beast. Now, one of the first things that just stuck out to me in the third time of me reading is the lion concealed himself on seeing her approach. But when she was safe within the cave, sprang upon her and tore her to pieces. Now, a lot of the situations that we end up, a lot of the predators that we have in our lives, the individuals, males and females, that prey on us, wait till our guard is down, just like this lion. The lion allowed her to come in. You know, imagine if the lion would have growled before, she would have never went in the cave. You know what I'm saying? So the lion laid low, sat nice and quiet, waiting for the right opportunity to kill. And this is how people get us, you know, because they're quiet. You know, we in our moment. We in our moment of sadness. We in our moment of torment. We in our moment. We just want to escape, and they're so welcoming. They welcome you into their cave and actually won't even put up no fuss and allow you to put stuff where you want to put it, and then right when you get comfortable and think that you have escaped your last problem, the fool comes out. The full-fledged, 100% fool comes out and attacks you, attempting to take your life, just like that lion. You know what I'm saying? So we got to watch, man. We really got to watch and monitor our actions, because a lot of times in not putting the proper thought into what we are doing, we put our lives, and in some cases now, our family's lives in jeopardy because of our foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Adults and kids. You know what I'm saying? I remember certain situations that my sons would do that would put my whole house in jeopardy, and everybody's life in the house in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to jump out one bad situation into a worse situation. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis. You got something? Oh, she done hung up. All right. So this is Brother High Tim. I'd like to thank everybody that stopped in. I don't know if I'm on upload. Oh, okay, there she goes. She back. I was just about to hang it up, girl. Think I better let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Cause you know I've been running.
Gonna be singing and stuff. I can't.
You say what? You say what?
I can't be tuning in on the show if you're gonna be on the singing.
I can't sing. I don't sing because I can sing. I sing because the songs. I like the songs. But sometimes they fit the situation. I know I can't sing. You know, I'm not. You know, but the point is, I'm getting sleepy because I've been running. I think I did 7 miles today, and I got to increase my mileage because I've attempted to do a 50-kilometer race coming out. So I'm gonna be doing pledges. So I hope you take a pledge sheet for me and get some pledges. I'm gonna call it a Gye-Nyame pledge. You know what I'm saying? Gye-Nyame runner. I'm going for 50 kilometers. So give me. I want somebody to say I'm gonna give you $1 a kilometer, man. Thinking I ain't gonna make it. Oh, as a matter of fact, that's what we're gonna do as a fundraiser for the next camp. I mean, for the summer camp, I'm raising funds. I'm raising funds. I'm gonna go do 2 races, 50 kilometers, and like I said, if I make the 50 kilometers, they got to pay the whole thing. If I don't make the 50 kilometers, they ain't got to pay. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, wow. You think that'll work? You think we can raise funds like that?
It sounds good.
Because some people want to see me die anyway. I'm quite sure they'll put enough money up to make me push myself till I almost die. Huh?
I don't think people will want to see you dead.
Man, please. There's some people would love to see me dead. They, because they know my funeral gonna be live. I had one of the livest funerals. I'll probably rise up and kick it with y'all before I decide to go back, to death. That's how fly I am. Even if I'm cremated, I put the ashes back together and come and kick it with y'all for a couple minutes and then go back where I was. But hey, so come on now. You want to do something on
libation? Pour some libations for me tonight before you go to bed, and just give thanks to your ancient ancestors as well as your
This is what I'm gonna do. Listen. Forget all the moaning stuff. I'm gonna call you after the show so we can discuss what's going on, so I can help you, so I can resolve this for you, so that you can get up out this funk, because you're messing up my show. Usually you ain't argue with me or nothing. You just came on like a little wounded puppy. I'm not used to that, man.
Please do just what you said you were going to do, so that I could possibly have
some sleep tonight, so you won't go to work and get fired. Okay. All right, everybody. This is Brother Hatim. Hopefully you got something out of this. Now, this is what the show is about. It's about, 1, developing relationships. Well, first, wisdom mining, and then 2, developing relationships and finding ways to help each other. That's what we do as far as Gye-Nyame Tribe. So if you're not part of it, join the journey. You know what I'm saying? And if you're too far away, form your own tribe, because this is what we're supposed to do. So this is Brother Hatim, and I am out. I'll call you back.